wanted to install such a technique to control so and so polluted, means the cost of the technology is this much. Instead of buying the technology directly through the government, if they provide some subsidy, then it is easy for the industry to implement the pollution control gadgets. Like that, you please explain to them and let them come and let them do something like that. Keep on doing something. And other thing is they are considering now. Such a way, I am telling to you people, if you have any source to express, some people may have a link with some ward members or some MLA, MP level or something level. Each level, let it pass. Then at last, before we die, before coming the next generation, at least they may aware of it. Already it is, they may say something we have to do to preserve it. They will aware of it. And over and when the person, if you beat the stone and slowly the stone will move. Like that impact we will get on this particular area. That is my opinion. And your classmates are all well matured, all are thinking nicely, and you are expressive, and you people make your own community. And it make what is your class strength? I do not know. How many of you are willing to do something really to the university? You make a group of it and try to do something. You no need to go to the street and the street house by house to explain. Through your writing you can make. Through your talk you can make. No need to do the meeting here and there. No need to call the people to express. No. If you do like that also, many people may not listen it. Because when the people will listen, when they have the benefit really, and also the benefit supposed to be immediate benefit, that time only human being will listen. Until or otherwise you do something like this, they will not listen. Moreover, if you do any free service, free cost service, then they will listen. Otherwise, if this going to be affected, will not. So how to do like that? And some another way. Anything you'll start from the preliminary level, from the school level, what you can be done. Anything is possible, you do it. And another important thing I would like to say, actually, in 1980s, only this environmental science course started in only in few universities of India. I would have told you, India is only the country have full-fledged ministry for environment. No other country has that benefit. I would have told you. Earlier days, they have started as a part of the Department of Science and Technology. In 1972 or 74 or only, they have formed a full-fledged ministry on environment. Now they have little modified that Ministry of Environment and Climate Change like that. No other country has this such a benefit. And along with that, in 1980s, end of 19th century, only few university has the course. That also not a separate course. That is combined with some other course. Then end of 19th, that is 1990s, in many engineering college, they have started as a combined department with civil engineering, and one or two university or 4 or 5 university has separate department in universities. Till now, in many colleges, there is no separate course on this subject. But starting of 19th century, 20th century, what people have done, almost in all the school level, either it may be state board or central board or whatever it may be the board, all the preliminary school level, they have started as a part of the subject of environmental science now. Because they wanted to educate the students in that level, what is environmental, what is happening, what is going on, what are the impacts. Whether they are knowing or not, they are understanding or not, at least they are studying. That is system we have to twist it into make it an implementation. Suppose if people are doing some plantation and the plant is growing well to certain stage, because of that there is some health usefulness is there, they have to be identified. That identification is very important. How to identify, and they have to appreciate them in such a way from higher level. Like that thing we introduce one by one, and we can get to do something, because this is something typically different field. Some other thing is we can easily, for example, TV has some TV means we can see the song cinema, then everyone will like to buy. Like that, this environment is not there. We have to do something practically, and we have to sacrifice something to do to preserve it. So what we can do effectively, we'll think and do. But this is the way. Massive effect only will be helpful, and individual responsibility will be helpful. Until or otherwise, it is quite difficult. And that's what people have written somewhere. The environmentals, everyone's property, but no one is the owner of it. No one is taking ownership. No one is the owner of it. Everybody is enjoying because it is mine, it is mine, it is mine, it is everyone's. Yes, of course, it is everyone. Then everyone should take responsibility. No one is taking responsibility because no one, no one is questioning. So that is the real situation. At least we make them. It is ours. We have to keep it clean. We have to make it properly. We have to use it properly in a right manner. Like that, awareness slowly make it among the society, among the people, it will be effective to some extent. It is my experience. Is it clear, sir? Clear, ma'am? We'll go ahead our subject.
Yeah, I know, madam. I understood what you are trying to tell, and see, the biggest challenge is people awareness. Who
Yeah.
uh, they
We
will
cannot
listen.
go road by
Who?
road to tell that. No, house by house, we cannot go and tell you. See, if we'll tell also, they won't listen, correct?
So how do they listen? Tell me. I know they won't listen door by door.
Community, sir. For example, now you make that thing. You are coming to know about some product. How you are understanding by seeing the advertisement only, correct?
Yeah, advertisement is different thing. This is something they need to have broad-minded and also open to
Yeah.
have such
But we,
challenges.
you and me cannot do, sir. That's what every ward member will be there. Every area in charge will be there. They should be taught. Then they have to explain to their area people. We cannot go and tell them to give awareness. We can do it. So that is individual effect will not say. Suppose in your class 50 people, 60 people are there. Who are all interested, you make a community, then you try to do. Like that,
See,
it is possible.
some recent or previous Telangana governments did like one of the pollution dry wastage and wet wastage by telling door to door by all municipalities. So
How many
some
people?
people got changed, but not really all the people. And again, they are not bifurcating the wet wastage and dry wastage. That
Yes.
many people know, right? But that is very important because dry wastage like plastics and other things. But wet wastage can be used for bio organs and also used for fertilizing thing, naturally fertilizing thing,
That's what
right?
I told you. In Telangana, especially government, say in Hyderabad, people are making electricity from solid waste management for segregating that wet waste and dry waste. How much human beings are suffering, you know? If you see the people practically, we may cry like that. Human beings are working very hard. It
Now, how
may,
difficult it is, madam, wasting bifurcating dry and wet wastage. It won't take half a minute, right? When they are putting in one box, they need to put in the other box. So they are already supplying two boxes, two
no
trashes,
one is
right?
doing, sir. No one, as of me, many people are using that for to keep the water on. Even I
So
have
that
observed
is one of the simple awareness which will change a lot of
that
pollution or
awareness who can
environment.
give. That awareness who can give.
That
Those who are
government
providing
given, I know in my society, municipality people, they come for collecting the wastage, right? They are
okay.
also distributed freely all the two trashes, wastage trashes. One is clearly mentioned dry, which is red color, and wet, which is a green color. So people, even they don't not educated, they can put in the using by looking at the color. They need to put this thing in this one and the other thing in this one, but it is not happening.
People would have been
They are
well
they are
educated.
using for different purpose. They have taken the those boxes, but they are using for some other purpose, not for this purpose. That is how it is happening.
Okay,
Awareness.
okay. It would have happened everywhere, and then it is easy for the municipality people.
Yes,
But it is
and
very
even
hard.
government also should not stop. If people are not listening, you should not get disappointed. I mean, you means the government. They have to continuously repeat this thing. This is not one time job, right? They have told, and tomorrow they don't need to tell if people are not listening. You keep on telling that completely. Every time they need to remind this thing. This is very continuous process.
No,
And
sir.
at one point of
Actually,
time, they will listen. Even the persons or people who are not listening for a long time, they will realize really, hey, why we are not listening? These people are telling continuously. There is something really which is
no, the
important thing.
Indian mentality is totally different. For that, I will give an example. When Corona came, they said everybody should put what is that?
The mask, na?
No, no, not mask. That
Distance, maintain the distance.
no, sir. Injection. It is called.
The
What is that?
vaccine, the
Vaccine.
COVID,
Yeah, everybody was.
Covishield,
Yeah, yeah. That is vaccination.
Covishield,
Everybody
the
should be
Covaxin.
vaccinated. They have explained. You say they have insisted through the television, this, that, and the area people, this people, that people, and many advertisements came, and so many people have taken the injection also. 50% of people, as per the population, they have not taken vaccination. That was the history they said. Immediately, what the government, Indian government did, no? If you have not been vaccinated, you should not enter into the mall, railway station, cinema theater, and XYZ they have listed.
Malls.
Then the people were rush up them like anything, because without vaccination the certificate they cannot enter into all these places. They have made it as a rule. If you don't have, you will not be allowed to enter inside. That is a kind of punishment. When they introduced such a system, then everyone was running to get vaccinated. You know that such a system they introduce, then only the Indian will listen. Like that they have to follow for this environment also. I am insisting, that's what I'm trying to say.
Excuse
If
me,
you do
ma'am.
like this, you will be
Sorry
punished
to
like this. Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, sorry to interrupt you. It's already
No,
12:30,
no,
ma'am.
sure.
Can we continue the subject, please?
Okay, sure, sure.
This
So
is
So,
also part of
time,
subject, madam, which is not away from these
ma'am,
things.
sir, this is more of an argument rather than subject. So let us stick to our own.
okay,
Please
ma'am,
don't
sure.
mind.
Okay.
Sure, sure.
This is how
Thank
it happens for environmental science.
Okay, then what is particulate matter we are telling? This is one of the hazardous pollutant along all the pollutant, which is originated from the source which we cannot imagine. What are the source? I told you about the dust. Wherever the disintegration is taking place, there the formation of dust is more. Even when we are walking on the road, and I have told you that there was a huge construction is going on. We are making all the subjective material. We have to disintegrate the rocks. And the sea salt, we are eating the sea salt. Okay, if you use that crystal salt, no issue at all. Whenever you are making, packing, and using of salt, powdery salt, which gives a lot of health issues. Even when you are using the powdery salt, it is for your yeah, knowledge. I am giving. Many people might would have been known that it is not a newer to one. You grind that crystal salt, you will get the powdery salt. It is not like a very dry powder, is it? It is something like a fluffy kind of thing, and also it is a dense bulk. But when we are getting the same salt from the shop, it is very nice powder, and also it is free flow. That means they are doing some process to make it non-sticky. Because of that, one chemical they are adding, I forgot the name of the chemical. If I remember, I will inform. Due to that, they are making that non-sticky kind of salt. When we use, especially whenever we are using the fermented product, that powdery salt is not at all good. Like idli pindi, dosa pindi, or even with the curd rice and all, if you use that, they are telling that it makes some negative effects. How much that effectiveness I don't know, but this is true, 100% true. And those salt thing, and pollen grains always make it during the summertime. Pollination is happening like anything. That time the lot of air pollutant is coming out, that is particulate matter form. And from the vegetation, when you are vegetation process, different stages of process is happening. Both volatile and non-volatile gases are coming out. Then obviously all anthropogenic sources, which are all giving out this particulate matter. And the major source they have categorized as the burning of biomass, not only biomass, all sort of fuels, and coal combustion in power plant factories, because they are burning huge quantity over there. They separated line like this. And how the people are burning out after vegetation, how we are cleaning the vegetation field. How we are cleaning the vegetation field. Once the vegetation is over, how it would be cleaned up? Any one of you, please? You take except and then some of the paddy field also like that, even sugarcane field, all vegetation field, cotton field, and many fields after vegetation they cleaned up with the burning of agriculture residues. And it is a very good process. After burning, whatever the residue left over on the land will be the good for soil amendment product. But when it burns, it is uncontrolled burning. This is not a controlled burning. Many soot particles will release. Many small hydrocarbons and small things will be released from the. Those are all different size of particulate matter into the atmosphere. Clear? Anyone can say what is meant by soot? It is very important question. What is meant by soot? No one is there on the line or what? What is soot? Soot means it is.
What is that, madam?
Soot, SOOT. Soot particles means what? What is meant by soot particle?
Is it microparticles?
Okay. It can't, yeah, everything. What that's what they are telling my particulate matter. What is the particulate matter size? It is
Unburned
100
particles.
Yes, ma'am.
Unburned particles, ma'am.
Yeah, unburned carbon particles are called soot particles. They are very dangerous. Why? Because they are having the catalytic in nature, which may burn somewhere, which may not burn somewhere, but which could hold many particles or many particulate matter or any aerosol particles which is lying in the atmosphere, which holds it. So it can be flayed or it can be settled down. Those are catalytic in nature. Any sort of things which can be released. So soot are highly dangerous particles. So when they are burning this agriculture crop residue and specifically from the forest fire and also from burning of fossil fuel, burning of firewood and animal dungs for cooking purposes in rural area, those processes releasing huge amount of soot particles into the atmosphere, and this effect of soot particles affected by many ladies from rural area when is those who are involved in for massive cooking, because this soot particle directly can enter inside when they have inhaling and also blowing the air. It affects the lungs and it creates asthma diseases. And as per the statistical information, the rural population, when they have counted, this is the source. The soot particle entry through the massive cooking was incorporated like that. Then only the central government is introduced smokeless chula everywhere. At a free cost, they have introduced. Smokeless chula means the same sort of kitchen arrangements. When they are cooking, what are the soot particles and other things and particulates are coming out by the burning of firewood and animal dung will not come out. It will enter in such a way it is being narrated, and they have introduced a tall chimney around 3 meter or 4 meter height. Through that, it will be going out or released out like that system introduced from the central government. So these are all the sources. Along with that, we know the sulfur dioxide, oxide of nitrogen, and many volatile organic compound, not methane. Because here specifically I am telling methane, from this process, methane will not come. And these are all making the particulate matter. And how these particulate matter which accumulated in the atmosphere too much, and they in this particular many particles are incorporated: dust, smoke, fog, and also mist, aerosol. Many are they. What is meant by smoke? Anyone can explain, please? Any one of you, please? Smoke means what? It is very important thing when you study the environmental science. What is smoke? What is dust? Little fast.
Dust is small particles suspended in the air.
Okay, smoke means very good, ma'am. It is correct. Smoke means what?
Is it combustion?
We can't say combustion. Combustion is a process of burning. Smoke means what? The complete combustion is taking place means we cannot say that is smoke, no?
Smoke means something emissions released from the,
Okay, because
from
when
something burnt.
the importance only I am telling, I am talking about the particulate matter. Particulate matter is very highly hazardous pollutant among all the pollutants. And because of that only, the pollution load is increased everywhere. Based on that only, the polluted city is being categorized throughout the world. And for that only, the people have allotted separate unit for this subject and this course. And for control of particulate matter, there will be many technology available in the world. Then you can understand the seriousness of this particulate matter. The particulate matter is being classified based on the physiochemical characteristics, that means physical size and density particle, and based on that, dust, smoke, fumes, mist and fog, and aerosols also. In that, dust means I told you how it forms, where it forms. Smoke means either it may be solid or liquid, whatever it may be, the particle size will be 0.01 to 1 millimeter size. These are all forming from the combustion of any chemical substances. Now you please tell me, whatever the chemical we are burning at the home, for example, agarbatti, karpuram, these are all the chemicals. And also this mosquito repellent. All these, when you are burning, whatever it comes out, those are all smoke. This may be color or this may not be colorless. It depends upon the source what you are burning. And the different colors also is coming based on what kind of chemical people are using. And the thing is, now the smoke comes under particulate matter. So whatever the source or whatever the things we are following, adapting inside the house, every day we are producing or generating particulate matter. Is it clear? So that particulate matter,
Yeah,
how it
clear.
affects, and all I will explain it.
Madam, smoke, I'm just trying to understand. Smoke is something like solid particles, right? Aerosol, which is
But it could be anything, but it is based on the source what you are burning out by the combustion process. But a combustion supposed to be existing. The substance supposed to be chemical substances. When you are doing the combustion, it releases in such a way. Those are all called smoke. That's what I told you. Your agarbatti, karpuram,
correct.
and mosquito
The
repellent, whatever it
chemicals
is.
means gases like nitrogen oxides or
No,
sulfur.
maybe different types of organic chemicals. Different because the color is coming, smoke, smell is coming, and whatever the flavor, aroma is coming, those are all aromatic component. No? That's what we are liking to burn it off, right?
Yeah, but different chemicals means what kind of cancer? For example, can you give one or two reasons?
It depends, sir. What is the component exactly? I could not name it, but those are highly dangerous. If you can understand the name of the particular fumes or smoke or not, doesn't matter. This comes under particulate matter. All particulate matters are highly dangerous.
One I know sulfur dioxide, right?
Anything it could be. Any sulfurous component must be there.
Okay.
Sulfurous component and also aromatic component, not aliphatic. All aromatic.
Mhm.
So now you can decide whether you are generating a particulate matter at your home or not, and how much you are generating. Whether you want to continue or stop it, you decide it. The individual contributors are more. And so these particulate matters are day by day it is increasing in the atmosphere. And in vehicular emission and agriculture activities, domestic activities, all activities keep on increasing. How you can remove it? Controlling of these particulate matter in industries and also in power plant, by following some of the technology which involves with some higher forces like molecular forces or electrostatic forces or mechanical forces or gravitational forces, by applying them they are settling down. Application of or selection of such a technology which depends upon what kind of pollutant type and concentration and what standards you wanted to maintain. Simply you wanted to remove or completely wanted to remove from the air operating condition, whether it is batch wise or continuous wise or high temperature or low temperature, all those natural conditions. Based on that, the people are adopting or choosing the technology for collecting this particular matter. It is not removal, it is collecting. So once you collect this particular matter, simply we cannot throw it because those are active chemicals. It's supposed to be make them inert substance by burning again in a controlled system. For that only people have again introduced the incinerator. You know what is meant by incinerator? Any one of you little past? I would have explained last
No,
week.
ma'am.
Incinerate. Okay, ma'am, I'll tell you. Incinerator. Incinerator is a device. It is something like similar to the combustor, which combusting all substances. There is no limit at all. Primarily, the incinerator is being designed for disposal of hospital waste. Whatever the waste generated from the hospital, it is highly hazardous in nature. We know that. Blood cell will be there, bloods will be there, syringes will be there, needle will be there, papers will be there, cotton will be there, all sort of things, all with all infective materials are coming. Those infective materials every day produce a huge quantity from each hospital. Inpatient, outpatient in thousands means how much waste will be generated. You can generate those waste have to be make it as a unit and dispose it of without any hazardous material. Yes, for that, people wanted to design some technology. That was the aim in middle of 19th century. Then they have designed incinerator. Through the incinerator, we can meet the temperature around 1200 to 1800 degrees centigrade based on the what substances coating inside they are giving in the incinerator. In that, everything they are putting now, it is completely burned out, which gives out only few gram of ash. All hospital waste is being discarded in a nice manner through incinerator, but the cost of the technology of incinerator is very high. And one more big information I will give. In major cities, in most of the cities, for human body disposal nowadays, people are following incinerator only. You put the body within 5 minutes or 2 minutes, you can get the ash. Even for Corona time, many people have introduced. Nowadays also it is available. Incinerator is installed in many hospitals, dead body where it goes more. And also in a very big wonderful garden, they have installed the incinerator because there is no enough space to put the body. So what they have introduced, burnt it, and within 5 minutes we can get the ash. And many people, they made it as a joke. The parents are in one country, the children are in different countries. Means through incinerator, they disposed of within 5 gram, 10 gram as they are sending a courier to the children like that. That was the status of this. Incinerator is a wonderful technology. Anything could be burned out. Anything. I told you hospital waste is example. In the hospital waste is needles are metal, syringes are plastic, and the blood wastes are coming with the vials. How many blood sample they are taking, urine sample they are taking, stool sample they are taking, how many medicines they are using, how many cottons, wrappers, this, that, everything is infective materials. All infective materials are disposed of in a proper manner through incinerator. Those incinerators are using here also after collecting. This is the technology people are using for collecting the particulate matter, and those particulate matters are highly active or reactive in nature. Those things have to be discarded again properly. For that incinerator they have used. So what is the physiochemical characteristics of this particulate matter? The size of the particle is from 100 micrometers to below 0.1 micrometer. I have told you different category: dust, fumes, smoke, mist, and fog, all category. Each and everything having a different size, all comes under or fall under this category. So for removal of this particulate matter, people are following different technology, either electrostatic precipitator or intermolecular forces. They are applying like what is that? Cyclone separator or packed bag or centrifugal separator. Many are they through the different forces they apply on the particle and they are settled down. Mean what is before they are releasing into the atmosphere, they are capturing this particle and collecting them. The capturing, the word capturing is very important. Capturing this particle from the gas stream or from the flue gases, and they are collecting and using for some other thing. This is about the particulate matter characteristics are part. And when we are talking about this particulate matter, we supposed to know that emission, we are talking about emission control technology for particulate matter. People have developed a different technology. Particulate emission control alone, they have concentrated too much because it is highly reactive. Gaseous emission control separate controlled equipment. So now you please tell me what is the difference between particulate matter and gaseous, particulate emission and gaseous emission. Gaseous emission means what are the example? Particulate matter emission means or particulate emission means what are the example? And what are the difference between these two? These are all you must know when you are studying this course, correct? Anyone of you, please? Particulate emission. Yes, ma'am, please.
Particular matter is more of a solid particles kind of a thing, ma'am.
Okay.
Whereas gaseous emissions are more of gases. It could be nitrogen oxide, sulfur oxide. Particular matters can be like pollen grains also.
Okay, ma'am. Very good. A small correction is there. I'll make it to you. Particulate means which includes both solid and liquid. There will not be gaseous particles. Both solid and liquid. They may be separate solid and separate liquid, and somewhere those may be combined. And sometimes the gas also combined with the solid and liquid. So that is the difference of particulate. That's what it is more severe or more hazardous in nature than the gaseous solution. But the collection of, or we can say capture of particulate matter is little easier than the gaseous emission, because the density, obviously the density of the particle is more, no? Particulate matter density is more than the gaseous particle. So what they are, the difference is these two. That's what for gaseous emission control, they can either follow before formation or after formation. During formation, it is quite difficult. But a particulate control can be done during the processing also. And it is very good. Your differentiation is good. You were thinking, really, I am appreciating, many terms about the air pollution. So how to capture this particulate matter? The particulate matter nowadays in the marketing, how the people are talking, based on the size of the particulate matter, they have been categorized as PM10 and PM2.5. What is meant by PM10 and PM2.5? If you buy any air cooler or any AC, they have written that this has PM10, PM2.5 filters and all they are writing. Have you seen anywhere? Have you gone through anywhere? Hello?
No, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Now PM10 means the particle size is 10 micron. PM2.5 means the particulate matter size or particle size is 2.5 micron. These particles are having the ability to enter or penetrate into our lungs, and it is strongly associated with the respiratory and the cardiovascular systems. So which once it enter into our respiratory or cardiovascular system, definitely it spoil the system, it will not leave the system. And once it affected those areas, we cannot repair back. That means no treatment at all. We cannot purify. It can prolong the life, but we cannot purify. That is only the problem of all air pollution. Air pollution related diseases, anything you take. Not only this. Even I have told you in the first class about the lead. Lead is released from the petroleum products. Those lead will, if you enter into our body through skin also, which will directly affect the kidney. Once it affected means it cannot be get back. It cannot be repaired. You can just treat it, prolong the disease. That's all. We cannot repair it. So any air pollution related disease, this is the problem of it. That's what many people don't know. We wanted to create the awareness only we are speaking, but this is not the right time to speak. That is correct. Madam said correctly. So this PM10, PM2.5 emitter means that is the problem of it. That's why nowadays what they are telling, air cooler and AC, what it does, it sucks the air from outside, it cools the air and it is rejected or ejected into the room and it makes it cooling. For that cooling only, we are using some refrigerant or coolant like Freon, this, that, X and Y, Z. But the air is from the air. The air contain anything. Now we are knowing well there is no clean air at all. It is polluted air. The polluted air, whatever the gaseous emission we are telling, it may not be entered. It is flowing from one place to another place, and it is transportable nature. It is flying like anything more than 1,000 kilometers in air, and more than 1 week lifetime it has. I only told you. But a particulate matter is little high dense than the gas, so it is slowly suspended in air. Wherever it sucks, any blower or any sucker, any compressor sucks, it enters. When it enters inside through the air duct, and that also will be cooled down, and it comes to the AC room, then we will enjoy. To filter that PM10, PM2.5 only, nowadays they are telling in AC and air cooler system, we are introducing some of the filter in air duct. The air duct could filter it of this PM10, PM2.5 micron particles. We can give the clean air for your cooling, like that they are telling. But as of me, it is not possible. If they can filter it of 2.5 and also PM10, then they can filter it of all bacteria and virus. No, it is 10 to the power minus 10, same size only, is it? Why it does not happen? Why it does not happen? So now we have to be aware of. Okay, it is for your awareness and just to tell you. That's what people are telling. Removal of this PM10 2.5 from any source before it enter into the environment, it's supposed to be captured. Like that technology only people have introduced. The technology is something like electrostatic precipitator, gravitational separator, venturi scrubbers, packed bed columns, centrifugal separators, some of the collection bags, many things are introduced to capture this particle. And again, the particulate matter is being classified based on the source. So there are two types, primary particulate matter and secondary particulate matter. Whatever, and even I have explained what is the primary air pollutant and secondary air pollutant also. Primary air pollutant or primary particulate matter, both are same. The whatever the pollutant are emitted from directly from the source are called primary particulate matter or primary air pollutant. For the particulate matter, the size is 0.1 micrometer to 1000 micrometer. And for secondary particulate matter, whatever the primary particulate matter released, it will be entering into the atmosphere, which will be reacting with the atmospheric component or with other pollutant in the atmosphere, which make the secondary product, that is called the secondary particulate matter. And this secondary pollutant or secondary particulate matter more dangerous than the primary particulate matter or primary pollutant. Keep it in mind always. And the secondary particulate matter also included all the condensed volatile organic compound released from the different sources, and many things. These two products, like primary air pollutant or primary particulate matter, react with the atmospheric component, which forms the secondary air pollutant or like acid rain, making products like sulfuric acid, nitric acid, or both in dry form and wet form, and respective their derivatives, all are comes under secondary particulate matter. These are all the problem of this particulate matter. Now we'll enter into the technology which will
Ma'am,
be.
excuse me, ma'am. Can you just give us an example of primary and secondary?
Okay, ma'am. Primary air pollutant is something like a soot particle, whatever we have spoken, and the smoke, whatever I said, and the fumes, dust particle from the disintegration. And the morning, if you get up, you see in the winter season, you can find out the mist, fog. Those are all primary, ma'am. Secondary means I said acid rain, sulfuric acid and nitric acid rain, and we have spoken about this peroxyacetyl nitrate, ozone formation. These are all secondary particulate matter, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Okay, then about this particulate matter control system, last semester in environmental chemistry, we have studied well. So you people please go through it. If you have doubt means I will take this lesson, because I only explain all these techniques. Again, it is a time waste, I feel. Here and there you cannot understand or it is complicated means separate class I will take, even unofficially also for you people. If you are interested, you inform me through WhatsApp. I will take separate class for you people, because this is very important to know. Ma'am, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's what I'm leaving, because all the technique I have explained. You just go through this week. When you come in the next week, or personally you can send WhatsApp to explain this lesson. 1 or 2 section I will take personally. Unofficially also I will take class for all of you. No issue at all.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So we'll enter into the next unit, that is on Control of specific air pollutant. The control of specific air pollutant from this lesson, one question compulsory will come. Either they
This
may ask
control of emissions, madam, that 11th unit chapter you are talking about?
specific, sir. Control of emission only we have seen the 9th unit, correct?
Yeah, 10th or 11th now you are talking about. Control of specific air pollution is 11.
9th unit control of all emission.
Yeah, that is
10th unit to control of only particulate matter. 11th unit is control of specific elements. Specific means they have concentrated only 3 products. One is oxides of sulfur, how to control, oxides of nitrogen, how to control, and oxide volatile organic carbon, how to control. These 3 products only, specific product category, they have concentrated. By looking at this control of nitrogen oxide, whatever we have spoken in the 9th unit, the same technique, nothing more than that. But the control of sulfur dioxide is very important. I will concentrate on that. I will explain. So we know that different pollutants are coming, and there are different techniques are available. What are the pollutants are coming? We have seen that aerosol particles like oxides of sulfur and oxides of nitrogen and the carbon dioxide. Along with that, some volatile organic carbon and the non-volatile organic carbon. All about the non-volatile organic carbon, these people are not at all talking. Okay. And for generally for removal of certain gases from any industrial process, they are following 2 important techniques. One is absorption, another one is adsorption. Absorption means any dissolving gases into a liquid, when they will collect it, that is called absorption. Adsorption means capturing of any gases or liquid on the solid surfaces, that is called adsorption. The adsorption, very good example means I have explained activated carbon. Activated carbon can be used in liquid water treatment also and gaseous treatment also. It is a high surface porous material. High surface area and the pore volume is more. The material is supposed to be looking like a porous in nature. Because of that is porosity, which absorb this any volatile organic matter, any low, high molecular weight vapors and everything, the particle size should be less, and if it is more dense also, is no problem at all, which can absorb and hold it with that. And the wonder of it, when you are doing heating, that whatever the absorbed material will be going away, and all the pore of that activated carbon again it will be open. Then again and again you can reuse that activated carbon. And somewhere people what they are doing, if we pass the steam through that activated carbon, whatever the pores are closed, it will be open, and you can dry it and you can use it. That is called regeneration of that activated carbon. And in some of the things, we can decompose the gases. For example, I told you this incineration process. If you follow some catalytic incineration process, whatever the toxic gases are coming out from any process will make it as a non-toxic form or convert into non-toxic form, then you can release it. So in general, in refineries and furnace making industries, they are all using very high boiling point toxic gases. Those gases will be incinerated catalytically. Then those gases will be converted into non-toxic form. If it releases into the atmosphere, means no issue will come. There are different types of incineration. Thermal incineration, that's what I have told you how to do, what to do in medical waste disposal. And catalytic incineration, another one, it is being used in oil refineries and also for making furnaces making industry. More than that, nothing. So these techniques only people are using. And somewhere, some people, wherever the VOC is released, there the people are using again adsorption, condensation process and reforming process. About the reformation, I will explain when I am going to talk about the VOC. These 3-4 techniques in general, people are using to control these 4 types of pollutant. And how to control the sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide, once it formed the sulfur dioxide, it has to be converted into, sulfur dioxide is a waste product, right? And about this sulfur dioxide, whether you people are knowing or not, anyhow, I will tell again, listen carefully. Sulfur, when it comes with the fuel, sulfur is not there in air, correct? So the sulfur is supposed to be from the raw material. Here, what is the raw material? We are talking about the fossil fuel burning or fuel burning. The fuel, anything it could be, maybe fossil fuel or non-fossil fuel, like renewable fuel, like fuel wood or whatever it is. When you are burning, this sulfur is being converted into sulfur dioxide. The sulfur content in among all the fuel, we are considering many fuel, coal, oil, natural gas, firewood, and the other renewable sources like wind, solar, and all does not have any sort of gases polluted with it. Only biomass we have to consider. When we consider all this fuel, coal is only the fuel containing huge quantity of sulfur, that's around 1 to 5%. This 1 to 5% of total volume of product gives that much massive effect of sulfur dioxide pollution on the environment. Because this once we burn this sulfur, either the sulfur may be three forms. One is sulfur combined with the iron, that is called pyrite, that I have explained, iron pyrite, that could be removed, I told you. And another one is sulfate form, any metal sulfate, M2S, or any sulfate form. And sometimes the sulfur is combined with the organic compound, that is called mercaptite. These three form only even sulfur is available from the source. High sulfur coal means 2 to 5%, but Indian coal has very less sulfur, only 1 to 3%. Even then, we have very huge problem with this sulfur because of overburning of coal for our domestic application earlier days, and later on overburning of coal in the thermal power plant. Because of that, we had a lot of problem with the sulfur dioxide. When we do the combustion process, whatever the sulfur is there in the fuel will be converted into sulfur dioxide. Then after, the sulfur dioxide is another important hazardous chemical which will be retained in the atmosphere for minimum 5 days. Within the 5 days time, it could be transported in atmosphere around 1,000 to 2,000 kilometers distance. So during that 5 days in the distance, it could be deposited, or it could be deposited in dry deposition. The sulfur dioxide can be either dry deposition or wet deposition. Wet deposition means sulfur dioxide is being converted into sulfuric acid when enough moisture is there in the atmosphere and suitable condition is coming, means it is condensed and precipitated in the form of sulfuric acid. Sometimes this being converted into dry sulfuric acid, then it will be deposited on the trees or on the buildings. That's what we are telling our Taj Mahal, even our Charminar buildings and all, why it is getting diminished and the quality is being degraded due to this sulfuric acid or nitric acid deposition only. And because of this 1,000-kilometer transportation property, the country which they are not producing sulfur dioxide may be affected by sulfur dioxide removed from the neighboring country. And that I would have been told, I think so, I could remember that I said this point. So this is the problem of this sulfur dioxide issue. In the 1970s, what people are telling that North America, whatever released, North America and Europe countries, some of them, whatever they have released, the sulfur dioxide, which affect the neighboring countries pretty much. So the sulfur dioxide is not the easy or simplest component. It is a very severe component. It not only affected the producing point source area, it also affected the person or the place, those who are not making the sulfur dioxide. So what they have told, they made it as a overall issues in US in 1972. They made a meeting with all, they called all the country and they made everyone to sign on it. Those who are using sulfur related fuel, they have to stop it. And if they use also, they should not release sulfur dioxide to the long concentration or higher concentration like that. So you have to find out the alternative sources for that. Then only they have introduced all the sulfur removal, cleaning process, and the solvent extraction, dehydrogenation process, many techniques, whatever we have seen, all those techniques have been developed then after. So all these countries are fighting to buy the technology. So what the cost of the technology have been increased like anything till date. So what to do? Then these are all, whatever the technique I have told you, those are all combustion process. Then combustion phase, what they have done, they have introduced a fluidized bed combustion. In that limestone, they have introduced to capture the sulfur. This is second stage. Third, post combustion, what they have. In post combustion process, as I told you that once the product is formed, means that has to be converted from one form to another form, otherwise nothing can be done. So the sulfur dioxide, what they tried to do, converted into some of the form, and how they have done the useful form, that is very, very important question. You please note it down. What is flue gas desulfurization, FGD? Flue gas desulfurization, or how to remove sulfur dioxide emission, or how to lower sulfur dioxide emission. Any question they may ask about this. This is one of the important questions. Please note it. So the post combustion process means the sulfur dioxide now it is formed. That is post combustion. After it forms, it has to be converted into some useful product. And the product supposed to be highly stable compound like a calcium sulfate or elemental sulfur, or they may how they have done and what they can be done, we'll see now. First step is sulfur can be in the hydrogen sulfide also, or mercaptan also, or sulfur dioxide also, I said. If it is in the form of hydrogen sulfide, how it could be removed? The hydrogen sulfide could be reacted with sulfur dioxide. Hydrogen sulfide could be reacted with the sulfur dioxide. From where the hydrogen sulfide will come? Wherever the oil and natural gas processing, refining or mining process is there the release of hydrogen sulfide must be there. We know that coal, oil, natural gas are formed from the decomposition process. So somewhere, where coal will come, where oil will come, where natural gas will come, I told you. Now, wherever oil and natural gas will come, where the drilling, mining, processing, refining, all process they are taking place, there the release of hydrogen sulfide must be there. That hydrogen sulfide they are making to react with the sulfur dioxide, then the sulfur is being reduced into metal sulfur. In this way, 93 to 97%, almost all sulfur could be recovered as the metal sulfur form. This metal sulfur can be used as for conversion of sulfuric acid. Then they can use it as a low-grade sulfuric acid here and there for the process. This is one. Another one is sulfur dioxide and hydrogen hydrogen fluoride or hydrochloric acid control. Here the people are using industrial boilers or coke calcinator, catalyst regenerator, or waste compressor. This flue gas desulfurization is being used to convert aluminum furnace chlorine and chlorinated solvent regenerated. They are making, and combination of sulfur dioxide and chloride could be controlled. And calcium based reaction, in calcium based reaction, what they are doing, they are using calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate means which is nothing but limestone, correct? The calcium carbonate they may use as a dry form or wet lime form or hydrated form, any form, wet form or dry form or hydrated lime form, any three form they are using to control the sulfur dioxide. What exactly they are doing? In limestone wet limestone process, they are using calcium carbonate directly react with the sulfur dioxide in the presence of water. In the presence of water molecule, calcium carbonate direct react with the sulfur dioxide. Then it forms calcium sulfite and carbon dioxide. This calcium sulfite, again in the presence of oxygen, where it is oxygen means we no need to supply anything. Air you can supply. When you supply oxygen and water, this calcium sulfate is highly unstable component. Whatever the chemical we are converting from one form to another form for pollution control, the final compound is supposed to be stable component. Otherwise, that will make another issue. So calcium sulfate first they are making, that is calcium sulfite is CaCO3. It is highly unstable product. That unstable product again react with water and oxygen, atmospheric oxygen. It produces calcium sulfate, CaSO4, which is nothing but calcium sulfate means what is the, you people know, which is nothing but gypsum. That gypsum can be used for any process. Now you know that somewhere here and there people are using that for making construction material also. Instead of brick, they are buying this gypsum, and in many places they are using. But even then, the quantity of gypsum production from different power plant and the demand of gypsum stone for the construction, it was not coincided. So the formation of gypsum product is huge and it is highly unstable. Stable product. Gypsum is highly stable product and it is not soluble product. And again, the disposable is becoming another issue. So what that it became one of the alternative, but it could not be adopted quickly. This is the problem of it. This is very, very important question. Flue gas desulfurization or how to remove the SOx from the flue gas or combustion process. Many times this question repeatedly asked, please note it down. Is it clear? Can we go to the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Sodium based reaction. How sodium based products are using for this SO2 control. For this process that people are using around 50% of solution. So what is sodium sulfate and sodium hydroxide? Anyone can name of it? Sodium carbonate means soda ash. Sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. Some printing mistake is there in your book. Please correct it. Soda ash. Soda ash means sodium carbonate. Caustic soda means in sodium hydroxide. These two are being used both in dry and wet condition. Scrubbing means what? Anyone can say what is meant by scrubbing process? In general, scrubbing means what? Little fast.
Rubbing, ma'am.
It's not
Rubbing the surface.
No, ma'am. Sorry.
Scrubbing.
We cannot say like that here. Here the scrubbing means you can't say rubbing. That is also comes under some other places. But here the meaning is different. Wet scrubbers, dry scrubbers. Cleaning, you can say simply if you want to say means cleaning, you can say. Cleaning of what? Under wet condition, under dry condition, how you are cleaning the gases. Here. And sometimes it is being used in water treatment also. So simply you can say it is a cleaning process. So now sodium based system, either they are using soda ash or caustic soda, both dry and wet condition they are following to remove the sulfur dioxide. But here the scrubber, whatever, either it may be soda ash or caustic soda, whatever the scrubber they are using, which effectively absorb sulfur dioxide. And again, when we are doing this process, because any liquid condition or any watery condition is coming means this sulfur dioxide easily converted into sulfuric acid. If you promote this sulfuric acid formation in any process, there will be a corrosive problem. To avoid that corrosive problem, we have to be very carefully handle all sort of wet process when you are doing the scrubbing technology. And if you reduce the sulfuric acid formation, then it will be increasing the sulfur dioxide scrubbing. So when we use the sodium based thing, what are the reaction is coming, we'll see. Soda ash or caustic soda, whatever it may be, when you use, around 50% of sulfur dioxide can be removed by absorption of sulfur dioxide in the alkaline solution, because both are alkaline in nature. Sodium hydroxide also and the sodium carbonate also. When we doing this process, which makes the sodium sulfite and the sodium sulfate. Again, a printing mistake is there in your book. Sodium sulfite means SO3, Na2SO3. Sodium sulfate means Na2SO4. And also disodium and sodium bisulfate, NaSO3. All these process sequentially forming, which formation mainly depending upon what is the pH of the solution, because here we cannot regulate the pH. Sulfur dioxide is coming from the flue gas. The flue gas formation depending upon the inside temperature and what is the rate of heating, what is the rate of fuel movement, and what is the rate of air movement. Based on that, the rate of reaction and the rate of formation will be there. When it comes, when the people are spraying this kind of alkaline solution like sodium hydroxide and sodium carbonate, and this solution will be concentrated, fixed concentration. Based on that, the pH of the solution of sulfur dioxide and alkaline solution will be keep on changing. Based on the pH of the solution, sodium sulfite and sodium bisulfite concentration will be vary. But all these products are collected, and at last these are all the highly soluble nature, and which after forming which reduce the pH. So the disposal of such a solution is not very difficult. So easily we can discard it, and it is not much carcinogenic or hazardous also. And the dry sodium process, what they are doing in this process, they have to maintain certain temperature. Temperature is very important. Sodium bicarbonate. There we are using sodium carbonate and sodium hydroxide. Here the people are using sodium carbonate and sodium bicarbonate. First, they are using sodium bicarbonate, and to use bicarbonate also, it will be immediately decomposed into sodium carbonate. For that, some people in some industry directly they are using sodium carbonate at the temperature around 300 to 600 degree Fahrenheit, and the resulting sodium carbonate reacting with the sulfur dioxide, which forms sulfur trioxide, carbon dioxide and sodium sulfate. This is sodium sulfate, what will happen? Highly soluble nature. So if it is highly soluble nature, means we can be easily disposed of with the water, and also which makes the water pollution, but disposal is not a big matter. When we release sulfur dioxide directly into the atmosphere, instead of that, we make such a solution and dispose of, comparatively the effect will be less. And gold purification, salt and refining, and many times we have spoken. Coal gasification and liquefaction, I will tell. About coal gasification, have you studied the gasification anywhere in your syllabus till now? Hello?
No, ma'am.
Have you studied anywhere in your syllabus?
No, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, I'll explain, please listen carefully. I told you what is meant by combustion. When you burn the fuel with the exact amount of oxygen, means that is called the stoichiometric combustion, where the fuel contain carbon is completely oxidized into carbon dioxide. That is complete combustion or stoichiometric combustion. Gasification means it is a process of conversion of any solid or liquid fuel into gaseous fuel in the presence of limited amount of air or oxygen. Any solid and liquid fuel will be converted into gaseous fuel in the presence of limited amount of air or oxygen is called gasification. In this process, they produce either producer gas or syngas. If they use air as a gasification agent, then you get the gas combination carbon monoxide, hydrogen, and nitrogen. This is called producer gas. If you use oxygen as a gasification agent, then you will get the combination of gas, carbon monoxide, and hydrogen. This gas is called syngas or synthesis gas. Both the things follow the same technique like gasification process. Based on the gasification agent, the gas composition will be varying. If you use air, it is called producer gas. The composition is carbon monoxide, hydrogen, and nitrogen. If you use oxygen as a gasification agent, then you get a synthesis gas or syngas. The composition is carbon monoxide and hydrogen. So when you follow such a process, and whatever the fuel we have, it will be converted into either syngas or producer gas. After that, this gas will be used for final power production. Then there will be a huge amount of sulfur could be removed by reducing the sulfur dioxide pollution. They are telling how it is possible. Practically, I didn't work on it. Another one is flue gas desulfurization process. That's what I have told you. Here I have explained some statistical data. around 70 to 90% of sulfur dioxide can be removed like that. And wet and dry, both I have explained. And
Ma'am,
overall, yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, where is this gasification process used?
Ma'am, I have explained today in Hyderabad municipal solid waste how people are disposed of.
Okay.
And also in gasification, the coal-based power plant is there, no?
Acha, it's mainly to for the disposal of things, ma'am.
No, not only in disposal. Also, now people are using, and majorly people are using in fluidized bed combustion or fluidized bed gasification in all thermal power plant.
Okay, ma'am, got it. Thank
And
you.
also in sugar industry and paper industry.
Okay.
In sugar industry, after crushing, they will separate the solid and the liquid juice. The liquid juice goes for the sugar manufacturing. The solid waste is called bagas. That bagas people are generally using for power generation in almost all sugar factory through this gasification process.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
And in, yes, ma'am. In paper industry also similar.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Then remaining and all, it is fine. No need to explain much more. What is the time, ma'am? I thought of complete this lesson. Fluidized beta combustion. I have explained about the fluidized beta combustion. How it is working. Do you want me to explain again or it's okay? Fine. Fluidized means what? Okay. Listen me carefully. How people are doing this combustion or gasification? Simply we cannot do it. It is something like some reactor will be there. Reactor means the device used to carry over any reaction is called the reactor. For example, gobar gas generation you would have seen. And people would have added some cow dung along with the water. Then they covered everything. Where they are adding to proceed the process is called a reactor. The same device, same device means the device could be used for gasification or pyrolysis or combustion. Those are all called the reactor. The reactor is a kind of unit which is cylindrical in nature. There are different types of reactors are there for gasification also, combustion also, packed bed and fluidized bed. There are many types. These two are very common types. Cross draft, updraft, downdraft, fluidized bed and spouted bed. Many are there. But I will explain only two beds. These two beds are enough for you people. One is a packed bed, another one is fluidized bed. Packed bed means from the name itself you can understand you have to pack the material inside the reactor, then you have to carry out the reaction. For example, coal packed bed combustion or gasification means you have to fill the unit or reactor with coal. Everywhere you close, at the bottom you supposed to have the air supply unit. Then on the side you supposed to have the provision to initiate the burning process. You pass the air, initiate the burning process, carry over the combustion reaction. Combustion means you have to pass exact or excess amount of air to proceed the reaction. Gasification means limited amount of air or oxygen to proceed the reaction. This is only the two difference for these two. This is called packed bed reactor. And the air is coming and continuously the burning process is taking place, that combustion is taking place. At the top, hot gases are emitted along with all flue gases. And these hot gases are collected. And now I will tell you what is scrubbing, ma'am. And hot gases are collected. From the hot gases, we have to remove the heat and the flue gases. We have to remove the heat and gases. For that, people are using scrubbing technology. By using some liquid, the temperature is supposed to be reduced. Then the liquid will be heated up. So what term we can say? You can trap the heat from the hot gases, and the flue gases will be ejected. So that hot water or hot liquid could be used for steam making or steam generation. Then from the steam, the power is being generated. This is the through the steam turbine, then generator, then the electricity generation. That is packed bed. Fluidized bed. In packed bed, what are the problem? When you pack the material, when you proceed the combustion, all fuel substances may not be burned out. Here and there, some dead spot may occur. Here and there, some incomplete combustion may occur. Here and there, some loss of fuel or unburned hydrocarbon could be liberated. So all these issues are incorporated with the fuel efficiency or process efficiency. So it has less efficiency. So to overcome this problem, they have introduced the next step is only fluidized bed. In fluidized bed, what they are doing, fluidized bed can be operated continuous also, batch also. The packed bed nowadays they have continuously moderated. Earlier days it was packed bed only. Sorry, batch wise only. In fluidized bed, what they are doing, from the bottom air is coming, from the top fuel they are sending. Because of excess flow of air, the solid particle is being started like fluidized. Fluidized means what? Usually air and gas and liquid are called fluid. Why we are saying fluid? Like a fluid, it is moving freely, it is moving. So what we are telling, this gas and liquid are called fluid, and the solids are called solid because it is not flowing like a fluid. But in fluidized bed, whatever the solid fuel particle, it is being pulverized into smaller particles. Then these pulverized particles are being spreaded from the top of the reactor. From the bottom, air is going. Because of high pressure of this air, the solid fuel particles started bumping up and down, which started behaving like a fluid. So whatever the unit is working based on this concept is called fluidized bed reactor. In fluidized bed reactor, what is the advantage? The combustion process is more efficient. All the carbon particles will be burned out properly. There will not be or very less unburned carbon. There will not be unburned hydrocarbon. And also the combustion efficiency is high and continuously we can operate it, and the power generation we can meet the demand as per the requirement. All this is called fluidized bed combustion. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is it clear? Is it audible? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the fluidized bed combustion concept people are using. And next one important thing is what is biological treatment. This biological treatment is newly, I only introduced it. In your old syllabus and all, it may not be there. This biological treatment is very important. In biological treatment, what they are doing, similar to chemical treatment, they have used the bioreactors. The reactor they are using, since it's working based on the biological system means what? It is microbial based system. So it is called bioreactor. The bioreactor, they have named it as a 3 different units. One is bioscrubbers, second one is biofilters, and the third one is trickling bed filters. These 3 reactors people are using in biological treatment system. And all these systems are using microorganism to degrade the pollutant, specifically all organic pollutant. Because microorganism is which eats all organic matter as a food. When they eat the microorganism, then when they eat the organic matter, those products will be degraded. If it is degraded means then the pollutant load will be reduced. Is it? That is the concept. Not only here, even in water treatment also the similar concept. Microorganism, wherever the people are using for treatment, even in wastewater treatment, today afternoon you may see primary, secondary treatment you will see. In the secondary treatment, you may follow this trickling filter and activated sludge process. Many things are there. There they will use this microorganism. And what is the concept or mechanism of that treatment process, any microorganism which consume the organic matter which are present in the waste source. Here it is a gaseous medium, there it is a water medium. And those things like alcohol, aldehyde, amine, aromatic hydrocarbon, esters, ketones, or acids, sulfides, whatever it may be, those organic compounds will be degraded. Degraded means what? Those organisms are eating all this organic matter. So it is breakdown into small, small things. And finally, the substance are becoming stable. When the still the compound becomes stable, those are all pollutant. When they are unstable, till they are unstable, they are pollutant. When it gives the stable product, then it is not a problematic. That is the organic matter concept of pollutant. Please understand. How long it is unstable, it is a pollutant. When it reaches the stable product, doesn't matter at all. So here also all things are happening. Here how the bio scrubbers are working, which is something behaving like a packed bed, which are all loaded with the microorganism. Those microorganisms are suspended in nature in the scrubbing liquid. Scrubbing liquid means collecting liquid. And now we have to give some aeration because these organisms are working under aeration condition. You have to do the aeration and little agitation, which will be helpful for the microbial growth. When it grows, and all this organic matter is being degraded. This is about the bio scrubbers. Next one is biofilter. The biofilter means which containing some active biological media like compost. Do you have any idea about the compost? Any idea about the compost, or do you want me to tell?
A normal compost, ma'am?
Yes, compost means compost in general.
Decomposition of particles, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. I will give some little information about that. Then I will come to the biofilter. Compost, it is a developed technology in the world. Compost, why people are following here means any complex organic matter is there that is being degraded into easily manageable or simple or easily microbial accessible component is called compost. For example, the compost technology, why it is matured this much enough now, all are whatever the decomposable organic matters are there, like agricultural waste, fruit waste, vegetable waste, or animal waste, anything people are collecting, and they are doing the pulverization. Pulverization means size reduction. After size reduction, they are maintaining some of the carbon nitrogen ratio, and in that people are introducing some of earthworm. When the earthworm is there, they are consuming this organic matter. When they consume this organic matter, it will be degraded or decomposed to small, small compound. Now that after degradation, you can see the complex, rough organic matter will become soft, easily manageable form of organic matter. When we apply this product is called compost. And this entire process is called the composting. This compost, if you take and you apply on the soil, this is highly carbon rich and nitrogen rich organic matter. So when you apply on to the soil, this all soil microbes can easily access this composting material. And the microbes are growing well, means then the plants are can get more nutrient from the soil and the compost, so the plant growth is more. So what the compost technology, composting process is being developed well and developing also still in some of the places. The compost is a very good soil manure for maintaining the soil quality and also increasing this productivity. Now here what in biofilter, what people are doing, they are using some biologically active compost media which supports the microbial growth, because and when it supports the microorganism, already the compost has all nutrients. When it supports me, they are taking the food from the compost. That time if waste is enter into the biofilter, and the waste is in such a way the unit is designed, it is diffused, the waste is gas is from the bottom when it diffused into the biofilter, and it is metabolized or decomposed into carbon dioxide and water and remaining organic matter in the form of biomass. And the wet depth is very important in both the case, biofilter and bio scrubbers. It is around 1 meter to minimize the pressure drop. And third one is trickling bed filter. Trickling belt filter also use this coarse compost only as a packing material, because which providing more space. They are telling void. Void means whatever the gap is between the particle to particle, and which allow the gas from the bottom to top, and the liquid is there from the top to this, and which makes the counter current flow. And here the water soluble pollutant will be absorbed, and it is going to the biofilm, and it is degraded. This is the way biological systems are working for the gaseous pollutant treatment. Biological treatment is very, very important, but the biological treatment efficiently used for wastewater treatment, not for the waste gas treatment. Very limitedly people are using wherever the organic compound emission is there, like pharma industry or this food industry, like that kind of industry only people are using this biological treatment system. Otherwise, for gaseous treatment, they are following whatever the desulfurization, denitrification only. At last, but the biological treatment is system is effectively used in water treatment. Today afternoon you may have class on this and how to control the oxidation. Shall we continue or what? Hello, people are there. Shall we continue or stop?
It's up to you, ma'am. Actually, it's lunchtime.
Okay, ma'am, then go ahead. May class at 2 o'clock, right?
2 o'clock. Ma'am, it's for 2 o'clock, it's only 20 minutes left, ma'am. You can continue if you want to.
Carry on. About the next class, Ashok sir will convey to all of us. And if you want to have any class extra means, you please contact me through my personal WhatsApp. You can take my number and you can WhatsApp me. And the remaining some of the important topic I will teach you.
One small doubt, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am.
In today's class, like we have dealt with particulate matter. In
Yes,
that,
ma'am.
we have not seen different kinds and of separators, ma'am. Types of separators we have not dealt with, I think.
Okay.
Electrostatic participator,
Okay.
cyclonic separators, all these things are there. So
Okay.
we have not seen, gone through these, I think, ma'am.
No, no, no. In environmental chemistry, it is not there.
In the book, it is there, ma'am. That's why. Sorry.
No, actually, why I did not teach that last semester, anyhow, I taught the same.
Acha.
That's what I asked you people initially today
Acha.
morning. So you
Okay.
want me to say, or already I taught, I can handle instead of this some new topic I have asked you
Okay.
people.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
That's what I told you. Just go through, ma'am. One
Sure,
week
sure.
time. If
Sure,
you are
ma'am.
willing, you can ask me in the next week.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, it
Thank
is.
you.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sure. Okay, thank you. Thanks to every one of you. Okay. Okay, okay, okay.